Hello everybody and welcome to me, Eurovision Bear. Now today's video is a bit of a difference because it's based on a question that I got asked by somebody. They just wanted to know how I got into Eurovision and why it's such a passion of mine. And even though I could give them an answer, but there is quite a history and how I've developed into the humble beginnings of discovering Eurovision until what is now the YouTube stuff and the things I've done over the years because of it. So this is going to be the start and of course the beginning of how it all began. And basically people ask me what's your earliest memory of it. I don't remember ever winning at all, but then I was only about 8 years old back then and my family weren't into Eurovision at all, so a bit of a loner with finding out a bit more about it. I keep coming across it. I did remember Brotherhood of Man winning in 76. And I also just remember bits and bobs from then onwards, but I never caught a full show. Now in 78, Genghis Khan was definitely the moment, because he was just such a catchy tune. I'm thinking, what is this show? Well, what is it about? And I was determined to try and find out a bit more about it. But it wasn't to the end of 79, again with a Barnaby with Isaac Cohen, that I was determined that 1980 would be the year that I will watch Eurovision from start to finish. And that's what happened. I eventually got to find out. Now the reason I didn't is because obviously Eurovision now is usually in May, but over the years it's been March, April, in different dates. So I never knew when it was on. Anyway, 1980, The Hague in the Netherlands, and I watched the show. I didn't want Johnny Logan to win. I wanted Maggie McNeil to win with Amsterdam. I thought it was such a brilliant song. Not the best Eurovision, but it set the stage. Part of my love of Eurovision, well, at least the start of it. So of course every year I'd watch it, usually on my own, record them, even told my family to be quiet while I tried to take the songs from the telly. But didn't always work the way it planned, but that's how it started for me. Got really excited when we actually won in 1981 with Bucks Fizz. That was such a brilliant thing. And of course, I did love the 80s Eurovision wise. There was just some strange songs, some great songs, strange outfits, dance routines, you name it. This is what old-fashioned Eurovision is. And of course, the scoring, the old traditional scoring as well. And I loved it all. And I stuck with it through the 80s. And again, it just grew. In the UK, back then, you never got to hear the songs only a couple of weeks before. They used to have a preview show of the promotional videos for the songs over the 2 weeks before, and the week before would be the last selections, and the UK entry would get shown last. And that was the only chance you got to hear the songs before they became performed live. So, like I say, the 80s was my development stage and my infancy of loving Eurovision. Then we hit the 90s. I wasn't a big fan of the 90s, if I'm honest, and the Irish years really, I started losing interest in it, only because they keep winning. Linda Mars I'm not a big fan of. I love Terminal 3, don't get me wrong, fantastic song, but I don't like Why Me. I just don't like Linda Martin as a performer, even though, like I say, I like Terminal 3. I think 96 was the only year I didn't watch Eurovision live, on the TV sort of thing. I just got disillusioned with it, and I thought, if I didn't keep winning, it's just going to be so annoying. Anyway, Katrina changed all that in 97, and of course, that was a brilliant night, cheering the TV. When we win in style. Well, we did that year anyway, and of course, the following year it was Dulwich National and Charlotte Pirelli. So the end of that decade, brought me back into the Eurovision mode yet again. Loved the free shows from that one, and like I say, it built it more. I'd love to go to Birmingham, but like I say, I was a bit of a loner, and Eurovision, I didn't know anyone who liked it or admitted they liked it, so I would love to have gone, and I suppose one of my Eurovision regrets is not coming to Birmingham when it was in Birmingham. So then we hit the new century, the noughties, I suppose you can call it. And of course, we got our first nil pro in 2003 with Gemini. Obviously, our results were going on the wane, but I still stuck with it. And of course, the more Eastern European countries are now were joining, because obviously with the breakup of Yugoslavia or being independent. So that was, like I say, the not the beginning of, but that's when obviously things happen, and of course the semi-finals started as well. So it not gave you just one night, it gave you three. So, and of course, loved it for what it was, even though the system had changed quite a lot, and the voting and all that stuff, it changed. But I still stuck with it. Now, the next development in my love for Eurovision came in 2006. And basically because of the national finals. Now, one thing that always not concerned me as such, but I always wondered that was this the best song this country could actually send? Or you've listened to something, God, this is dreadful. It's just the best they can do. And it turns out that it's not the case. There's some brilliant songs that never get to Eurovision. And one of the things I came across was Melfest, or the Melody Festivalen. I came across some of the songs in its national final, and I just thought, oh my God, I love these songs. I always wondered how countries pick them when they have a national final, and that's my love for the Melfest started. Now, a couple of years later, I met a partner who's no longer with us, but at the time when we first went on a date, he said, I'll take you to Eurovision. He never got to do that, unfortunately. But he said, if you can't, what's the next best thing? And I said, Melfest. And we went to two of them. And that was another experience, again, that helped build my Eurovision passion. Don't understand what was going on, but I loved the show. I loved what it was about. And Sweden take Eurovision really seriously. And they just love it. And I loved the atmospheric side of that. So that's what, again, the next stage of it up was 2006. So then obviously we got the internet, and of course came across other songs from other countries, all that stuff. Again, it built up the passion, because I could find out how songs get selected. It wasn't just what was chosen, it was what missed out on. So many fantastic songs have been gone wayside with what should have been sent, but you can't always choose the best songs. I mean, it's down to joys or whatever it is, but that was my next stage, and the internet obviously brought it up to the level it is. So after that, there was we're coming up to the end of so it's the 10, I don't know what you would call the noughties, as it were. So, and of course, I was trying to get tickets to go to see Eurovision. And over the years, I never was successful at all. So I just thought it wasn't going to happen. So, and I carried on, obviously, watching the semis, watching the show, sometimes watching it with people, and, loving it still for what it was, even though it had evolved as a competition. And of course, my love for it had evolved as well. Well, that's the end of part one. Part two will be from 2010 onwards, from going to Eurovision, obviously my videos, YouTube, and the current state of why my passion is my passion. I hope you enjoyed this bit, and I hope you join me next time for part two of why my passion for Eurovision is what it is. So, hope you all take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.